A Channel 2 Action News investigation has found that the city of Atlanta is giving away $500,000 in water and sewer services every month.
The city initially refused to release the records we wanted, but now admits the losses run into the millions every year. Channel 2's investigative reporter Richard Belcher says it's not yet clear how long the losses have piled up. Richard?
Jovita, this is an embarrassing time for Atlanta watershed. First, we broke the story that a luxury high-rise in Buckhead wasn't fully billed for water and sewer for nearly 15 years, and the city was willing to walk away with nothing. Now we've learned thousands of supposedly vacant accounts are still using a lot of services. At the top of the list, the massive North Atlanta High School, which opened in 2013 and hasn't received any bills for water and sewer. We estimate the losses at $165,000 for just the past 6 months. The 3-year total would be closer to $1 million that the city failed to bill. Watershed records show this mansion in northwest Atlanta has an account listed as vacant, but meter readings show it has actually used nearly $11,000 of water in the past 6 months. This home in southwest Atlanta is also listed as vacant, but when we lifted up the meter cover, we could see the meter itself spinning wildly, indicating enormous usage. We estimate this home has been unbilled for $70,000 worth of services in just the past 6 months. We know because the evidence is right here in the city's own records. We had to fight Watershed for 3 months before we finally got these, but when the department relented, we found millions of dollars in losses. We started by asking for a database of thousands of accounts listed as vacant and supposedly not using water or sewer. But our analysis found that at least 2,200 have been using water. We added estimated sewer fees, which are about 3 times the cost of water. Based on that, we estimated that the city unknowingly has been giving away about $500,000 a month, slightly over $3 million for 6 months. Watershed confirms our numbers.
$6 million or so a year.
What else is out there that we're not receiving our just compensation for?
Madeline Archibong chairs the City Council Utilities Committee. Howard Shook is a member.
It may be only a small percentage, but the numbers that stick in the public's mind will be the hundreds or perhaps thousands of anomalies.
It makes the public distrust us as a utility, and we don't want to be in that posture.
So we're paying their bills? That's not right.
It's not fair. I don't think it's fair.
That public distrust is easy to find right in City Hall, where Atlantans come to pay their water and sewer bills.
I feel bad about it because I got to pay.
That's not fair.
I think that's really wrong.
I think that's not fair at all.
It's not fair. They definitely get a free ride.
The utilities chair is moderately optimistic.
We have found out a problem, and the department is aggressively trying to find a way to stop it and to prevent it from ever happening again.
But the scale of the problem is staggering. It includes hundreds and hundreds of homes all over the city and in areas like Sandy Springs, which receive city water. Howard Shook wonders if the city will ever know the extent of its losses on these supposedly vacant accounts.
That's just today's snapshot. We don't know what happened last year or 5 years ago.
In fact, one source with detailed knowledge of Watershed tells us erroneously listing thousands of accounts as vacant has been a problem for years, meaning the losses could well be into the tens of millions of dollars. Watershed's spokeswoman told us Commissioner Keisha Powell was unable to make time for an interview with Channel 2.
Hard to imagine that, Richard. Did you finally get all the data?
No, we don't have all the data yet. We'd still like to get records of accounts that were listed as vacant before 2013, so that's another reason to believe this problem is larger than even we've reported tonight.
Thank you, Richard.